and network with professionals throughout the day. So they do go into New York twice a week, and then they're able to get back on the train and come right back to the safety of our beautiful campus in Madison. Another program that we have for undergraduate students at Drew, we have our dual degree programs in engineering. So students are able to come to Drew University and do their first 3 years with us. They usually major in computer science, mathematics, or engineering physics. And then they will go on to either Columbia University or Washington University in St. Louis. And they will do the final 2 years at one of these universities and earn a Bachelor of Science in Engineering from Columbia or WashU. So at WashU, we have another option for students. They can do the 3 years at Drew, 2 years at Washington University, earning both those bachelor's degrees. And then they can go on for 1 additional year and earn a Master of Science in Engineering. At WashU, there are quite a few, there are scholarships available, and the GPA requirement is slightly lower at WashU than it is at Columbia. So a lot of our students will actually choose WashU, even though Columbia is so highly ranked, because they really want to earn that Master of Science degree and have completed all 3 of the degrees at the end of the program. So these are, like I said, great opportunities for your students who are strong in the math and computer science and would like to get that engineering degree. We have another exciting and new program for our students in physics and computer science at the undergraduate level. We have a partnership with a world-renowned national laboratory, which is located near Chicago, Illinois. It's called Fermilab. And there are 400 physicists who do research at Fermilab every year. And our students can take advantage if they're studying, like I said, in data science, AI, or in physics. They can go out to Fermilab and work right alongside with these physicists from around the world on projects. And they might typically do that for a week up to a month. We're highlighting here one of our students from India. We like this story because Karan came to Drew because his father had been a student at Drew, and now his younger brother is also a student at Drew University. They all studied computer science, and Karan was able to, after he did his bachelor's degree, get a really good job out in California, and that was a few years ago. So he's managed to go on to get OPT and then STEM OPT, and now he's a senior software engineer for an EV company, and very happy. A lot of people are asking us whether or not there's a concern with the tech sector in the United States, because you may have heard that there were layoffs going on with Google and Meta and other big tech companies. But I met with all of the directors of our programs and data science and in finance, and they have reassured me that in the Northeast, in New York and New Jersey, there are still plenty of jobs and the economy is actually very strong. So when students come to Drew, regardless of whether or not they're studying in the sciences and want to go into pharmaceutical or biotech work, or if they're finance, business, there's definitely lots of opportunities. And on this slide, we've just sort of highlighted all the different companies that are located right in the state of New Jersey and right across the Hudson River in New York City. New Jersey does have many different, very large pharmaceutical campuses located in the state. And the healthcare industry also is very strong in New York and New Jersey. So plenty of opportunity for your students to do internships and then work after graduation. I'm sharing with you here our undergraduate costs. And then after this slide, I will go on to talk about our graduate programs. But here you can see the tuition and fees are high. They're at 40, just over 47,000, but almost all of the students who come to Drew are getting scholarships. So I want to point out that the maximum scholarship we have here is 23,000. But if you're working with students who are enrolled in an IB, AP, or A-level curriculum, they may be eligible for an additional 4,000. So students don't have to do any separate applications for our scholarships. They can just apply to the university, and then based on their high school credentials, we would issue that the scholarship. We do have a couple of special scholarships. So if you do have a student interested in Drew, just make sure that you get information from us on to make sure that they're applying for, if they're interested in, for example, the arts, there is a special scholarship for students in the arts. So we do have different smaller scholarships that would go on top of the 23,000. Our entry requirements for direct entry, which most of your students will probably be, is a 3.0 CGPA and IELTS 6.5. We do, as you can see, have other options with lower GPA entry requirements. If you have students who want to come in at a slightly lower GPA, they can come into one of our pathway programs. And we also have quite a few students, international students, transferring to Drew. So if you happen to have students who are interested in transferring to the university and have done studies here in India, feel free to reach out to us to learn more about that, because we can definitely take credit from other countries. Next, I'm going to highlight just two of the programs that you're going to be most interested: the data science and the Master of Finance. So for data science, it is, of course, a STEM designated degree. So students would be eligible for the OPT after graduation for 3 years. There is no GRE or GMAT. The way that the program is structured, it can be completed, or it is completed in 3 semesters, so just 12 months. So if the students begin the program in the fall semester, they would have coursework fall semester in spring, and then in the final semester, they are placed in an internship. So after the end of the summer period in August, they would complete the program, and they will have already had some work experience in that 3rd semester. We have a few prerequisites for data science listed here: a programming course, it's normally Java or Python, and then the statistics course. We share a story here about one of our students from India who's currently in our data science program. But Mehak came to the university as an undergraduate student and studied both biology and studio art. So she completed that degree within 4 years. You can see kind of at the bottom, we have of the slide, we have all the various awards and scholarships that Mehak received in order to be able to afford the university. She participated in quite a few different undergraduate research opportunities. Our Drew Summer Science Institute allows students over the summer period to conduct research alongside their professors. They do get paid for that, and they also receive free housing. So it's a great opportunity. And now Mehak is doing her master's in data science. Students at the undergraduate level can take as many as 4 classes in the data science program before they graduate from the undergrad. So when they move into the master's degree, they really only have half the program left to finish. And so they're really sort of getting the program at half cost, right? Because they've done 4 of those courses before they've completed the bachelor's. Just a list here of the different types of the outcomes. The salary range for graduates in data science really ranges anywhere, depending on where they work in the country. We've got 70,000 here, up to 100,000. If they do end up going somewhere else in the United States, the salaries might not be quite as high, but in the New York and New Jersey area, they're with a master's degree, their earning potential is starting around 70,000. And then next, the Master of Finance. Again, same requirements, no GRE or GMAT. The program is the 3 semesters with the internship and the final semester. There are more prerequisites for the finance degree. So you can see there's the macro and the microeconomics, statistics, and calculus. We do, of course, as you can see, we do take the 3-year degree from India. And we have quite a few students, of course, coming through our programs with that 3-year degree. We also have a really nice, we just renovated a Bloomberg trading room. So students are able to use a fund that the university has, and they're actually trading as a group, you know, on Wall Street. So they're able to have that experience before they graduate and can go on to work in investment banking if that's their particular area of interest. We have, students are able to earn the CFA credential. I know that's something that's quite popular, especially again, if you're going into the investment world. And so most of the curriculum is built into the program. So students can take that final exam before they graduate from Drew. And we do actually have some scholarship money that can help students to pay for that final exam. We have 2 concentrations for finance, financial engineering and investment management. We have quite a few ties to New York through our New York City semester for the undergrads. And our graduate students are able to participate in all of those networking events on Wall Street. So we do have students who are particularly interested in working in wealth management, doing trading at the New York Stock Exchange. And so if they would like to do work like that, it's a great idea to go ahead and concentrate in investment management. And then with financial engineering, this might be somebody who comes from a strong math background or an engineering background from the undergraduate level and want to focus in on financial engineering. We have our internship, a list of interns, and then a list of career outcomes. Most of our placements at the for that 3rd semester of the program is going to be probably locally. You can see the companies located under internships. Those are mostly in New Jersey. But then upon graduation, many of our students are going into New York City and working for the large banks and financial institutions there. Here we highlight another student who did his bachelor's degree at Drew in economics and then the MS Finance. This student was able to actually get his employer to pay for the degree. So employers do pay for their employees to go ahead and do a master's degree in the United States. And he's had multiple jobs, you know, both while he was on his undergraduate OPT and then after he finished on that STEM OPT. The program cost for data and finance is the same. It's almost 42,000, but the majority of the students will receive a scholarship, and that's usually around 15 to 20% of tuition costs. So the cost of the program coming in just over 33,000 is typically affordable for most students. And when you think about the salaries that students will earn after graduation, typically the return on their investment is quite high. And then real quickly, the admissions requirements for the data science for direct is at the GPA of 3.0 with an IELTS of 6.5. The Duolingo is 105. And then if they were interested in coming in the IMP, the Integrated Master's Program, that GPA is slightly lower at 2.5. Okay. And at the finance level, it's the same 3.0 for direct admission, but the IMP semester is lower at 2.25. So that might be an option for some of your students who don't quite meet that 3.0 requirement. Okay. That is it for me. Do you have any questions for me? You can I think you can just turn on your mic and go ahead and ask questions if you have any.
Hi, I have a question. I just missed the tuition fees part. I wanted to know the tuition fees for all three programs, that is data science and yeah.
Okay, do you want me to go back up to the undergrad? Just grad? Oh,
For graduate programs, not the undergrad ones.
okay, let me jump back down.
Okay, so for data science, it's a 1-year program and tuition fees will be $41,000. And scholarship is 8,000, so tuition fees would be maximum $33,000.
Yeah, that, well, yeah, for students who receive the scholarship, not everybody gets a scholarship, but quite a few students are getting what we're finding around the 15%, and some get as high as 20%.
Okay, okay, clear. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else?
Team, any other questions that you have? And ma'am, you were also talking about the co-op or internship in the last semester.
Yes.
So that is, I mean, 8 months of study and last 4 months of internship. Is it like that?
Yes, it is. So yes, 2 semesters, 2 full semesters, which are 16 weeks. And then the final semester is 10 to 12 weeks, the internship.
Okay. And it will be a paid internship, right?
Yes, typically it is. Occasionally we can't, the students are not quite ready. So the professors will find the students research projects, but the majority of the students are placed in paid internships, and we use CPT for the work authorization.
Okay, ma'am, clear from my part. Team, if you have any other questions, you can ask, ma'am.
Thank you. Those are good questions.
I think they don't have any questions, ma'am. Thank you so much for the informative training, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, we're going to turn it over now for you to learn a little bit more about our PASS program.
Hello, am I
Yes,
audible? Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Just a minute.
Yastika. Yes. Hello.
Yeah. There's some issue with my camera, so I can't seem to open it right now. So I'll continue like this only, if that's okay. So hi everyone, my name is Yastika and I work with Into University Partnerships, and I
Okay.
am part of the PASS team, which stands for Pre-Arrival Success Services. So let
Okay.
me share my screen again. Some
Hello.
issue. Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. Can you see my screen? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Okay, anyway, let's just continue like this. So as I said that I deal with the students who are going for their F1 student visa, and we also handle the kids who have faced rejection or are, applying for the second time. So me and my team, me and Seema Kiran, we sit in Delhi at the UAC, and we deal with India-specific students and students going from Southeast Asian countries, except from Pakistan. That is dealt by my another colleague who is also well versed with the Arabic translation. And our team is headed by another lady known as Laura Nae, and she sits in Minnesota. So we help the students who are going for the F1 visa. We help them with the kind of questions that are generally asked in the visa interview, how to go about them. If they have any difficulties in filling up the DS-160 form, or if they feel like that they need support, that's wherein me and my team comes in. This service is totally free of cost, and your students, or you don't have to pay anything for that. And just give me a second, I'll try to share my screen again, because just a minute.
आई थिंक ये लोग निकल गए हैं, मैं मीटिंग बंद कर रही हूँ.
Hello.
हेलो.
Yes, sorry about that. There's some connection issue. So
Okay.
can you now?
यस यस.
Yes, awesome. So again, and I think now I can share my screen as well. Can you see my screen?
यस.
Great. So as I told you about what is pre-arrival success services and how we help the students who are going for their F1 visa.
Ma'am,
We do three things.
Yamini, Radha,
That is,
you are not paying attention to this. This is very important. Everyone who is doing USA counseling, I want them to pay attention here. Ma'am, I just want to check entire staff is there or not. ये इंटरव्यू की
Sure.
प्रिपरेशन हमें यहाँ से करवानी है. ठीक है. ये इनके दुबई में डेट लेने के ऑप्शन है वगैरह, वो जो भी है आप समझ लीजिए एक बार. आई थिंक सब लोग हैं यहाँ पे ये मीटिंग में. वैभवी कहाँ है? वेयर इज वैभवी?
She's here with me.
वैभवी आप हो इसमें? फॉरम है
Yes,
इस
ma'am.
मीटिंग
She's-
में? जयमिका है? प्रिया मोटा बराचा से है इस मीटिंग में?
यस मैम.
प्रिया कॉल करो जयमिका और फॉरम को. एक मिनट.
जी मैम.
Hi
हाँ?
Preksha ma'am, how are you?
पंख लागेला છે. અટેન્ડ કરો, રાધાની બાજુમાં બેસો જાઓ.
But we need to wrap up in 10 minutes.
પછી નવસારી બ્રાન્ચ છે આ મીટિંગમાં.
Preksha ma'am, hi, good evening.
हाय गुड इवनिंग.
How are you?
एक मिनट. हाँ मैम, मुझे आई जस्ट स्टॉप पार्टिस. हाय मैम, हाउ आर यू?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Ma'am, I just
Okay.
want to check like all staff members are here or not, because this pre-arrival service is very important and I want them to pay attention to it. So, few
So
important.
I just want to let you know that we need to wrap this up within 10 minutes
Okay.
because these guys have flight at 9. So उनको
Ma'am, so you
अभी
can, I
airport
think you should
पहुंचना है।
start. I'll pass the recording to them later on. Okay.
हाँ, done. Thank you so much.
Yes. So yeah, can I start? Okay. So again, as I told you that pre-arrival success services stand for wanting to help the students who are going for their F1 student visa. We do this in there are three phases to it. We do virtual workshops and webinars, that is one-on-one sessions and one-on-one sessions and small group sessions. So virtual workshops and webinars are mostly hosted by my colleague Laura Nai, and she is the person who is hosting these regular seminars and back-to-back seminars like mock interview, visa tips, how to do your DS 160, how to go about it, what are the common questions that are asked. So she is doing these virtual workshops on rolling basis. So
मैम
if your
इसके
students
बारे में
are
हमें
missing,
इंफॉर्मेशन कैसे मिलेगी? हम स्टूडेंट को कैसे कनेक्ट करें आपसे?
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. So again, if you have any questions, I'll take it at the end of the PPT and I'm coming to that. So these workshops are on the rolling basis. So what happens is sometimes your student books for the session but cannot join because they have some something or the other going on in their life. So these are on the rolling basis. That means that the seminars keep on repeating themselves. So if your student was, let's say, not able to join today, the same seminar will happen maybe 2 days after. And it's an open conversation. So please encourage your students to join these sessions. And these are open for everyone who are affiliated with Into. One-on-one mock sessions are generally for the JB students, but we are also doing it for the direct students. And these are the sessions where we help the students one-on-one. We understand their history. We try to make very, very personalized answers with them so that they are not being very generic in the interview itself. This is, needless to say, this is a very safe space. Whatever they talk to us about is highly confidential. And in 2023, more than 75% students who did complete pass had a success rate. So these are the universities that we are offering the support to. So webinars, as you can see, is open to every university. The JV programs get mock one-on-one interviews. So these are the universities that get mock interviews. And then some of the direct students from some selected universities are also getting the one-on-one mock session. So like Drew, St. Louis University, Suffolk University, and Montclair State University. So direct students who are going for the direct program also can gain benefits of this one-on-one mock session. So this is to answer your question now. These are where you can find our links. So if your students want to have a one-on-one mock session with us, you can go to the first link and it will direct you to our page, which is the one-on-one mock session. Then if you want to go for the digital events, the seminars and the webinars that are hosted by Laura Nai, the second link, which is US Past Digital Events. So these are continuously, these are continuously updated with the recent mock sessions. And last is this is a very recent adventure, I would like to say, that we as a past team has embarked on. So for UAB and for some of the selected universities, we are doing a very small group session for the direct students. Then you need to understand that I-20 is one of the very, very important and integral part of the US visa. And sometimes, as counselors, you're handling everything. So it's impossible. We know that we deem it impossible for you to walk through your students through everything, especially the I-20. So when your students are going for the JV, sometimes they don't understand their I-20, and this is where we come in. This is what we help them in understanding their I-20. So if the officer asks them to explain something on their I-20, they should not be standing there blank. Okay. And then this is our team. VM deals with the Arabic and the English. So if you have a student who wants Arabic translation, VM is the person to go to. Seema and myself, we sit in the Delhi office and we handle India and Southeast Asia except Pakistan. Laura and Mariana and VM, they deal with rest of the world. And Laura Naya is the person who is mostly doing the webinars and the seminars. And then Jeff is also handling China. So we also have that kind of support. So these are the quick links to DS-160 application. These are, you can copy these links, or I can send a link to you. And then if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, or you can reach out to Seema. These are our details. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to take them right now.
Noted, ma'am. We just want the links of this session so that we can guide our students to go and register from there.
So what I'll do is, I will take your email ID from Radhika, and I will send you a follow-up email with everything that I've discussed today, and you can share it with other counselors. Sounds good?
Okay.
All right, great. Anything else?
No, ma'am, nothing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for being
Okay, ma'am,
patient.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Okay, thank you so much.